I was living in my car when a stranger's act of kindness turned into the cruelest thing anyone's ever done to me. 3 weeks into sleeping in a Walmart parking lot, and I developed this routine that almost felt normal. Park in a different spot each night so security wouldn't notice. Wake up before dawn when the lot was empty enough that no one would see me crawling from the back seat. Brush my teeth in the gas station bathroom across the street, the one where the attendant pretended not to notice I was using their sink like it was my own. The gym membership was my last luxury, paid for with the final paycheck from the job I'd lost 2 months earlier. $29 a month for a place to shower, to feel like a person instead of a problem. I'd stand under that hot water until my skin turned pink, letting the steam erase the reality of where I'd be sleeping that night. I had one interview left, one actual shot at crawling out of this hole. A data entry position at an insurance company. Nothing glamorous, but it paid enough for a security deposit on a studio apartment. The kind of place with thin walls and a window that didn't quite close, but it would be mine. The problem was my suit. Navy blue, bought 3 years ago when life still made sense, now wrinkled beyond recognition from being folded in a duffel bag that doubled as my pillow. I tried everything. Laid it flat across the trunk overnight. Hung it from the coat hook while I ran the car with the heater blasting. Nothing worked. The morning of the interview, I was in the gym bathroom at 6 a.m., running the shower on full heat with my suit hanging nearby, desperately hoping the steam would do what my ironless existence couldn't. I felt pathetic, but I was long past pride. That's when he walked in, mid-40s, wearing gear that probably cost more than my car was worth. He stopped, watched me for a moment, and I waited for the judgment, the disgust, the comment about how I was wasting water or hogging the bathroom. Instead, he asked, "Job interview?" I nodded, not trusting my voice. "What time?" 9:30. He checked his watch, nodded once, and left. I figured that was it. Another person who'd witnessed my desperation and decided it wasn't his problem. I didn't blame him, but he came back 10 minutes later, carrying a garment bag with a dry cleaning tag still attached. "My brother owns a place 2 blocks from here," he said, handing it to me. "Got your suit pressed, no charge. Just pay it forward someday when you're back on your feet." I stood there holding that garment bag like it was made of gold, feeling something I hadn't felt in months. Hope, the dangerous kind that makes you believe things might actually work out. The suit looked perfect. Sharp creases down the pants, not a wrinkle in sight. When I put it on, I saw someone in the mirror I'd almost forgotten. A person who belonged in an office, who deserved to be taken seriously. The interview went better than I'd imagined. I answered questions clearly, made them laugh twice, felt like my old self. They said they'd call by end of week. The woman shaking my hand smiled warmly. "You'll hear from us soon." For 3 days, I actually believed it. Allowed myself to browse apartment listings online at the library, calculated how many paychecks it would take to afford a real bed. Then I saw the video. I was scrolling through my phone at the library, killing time before it got dark enough to park without drawing attention, when a video appeared in my feed. The thumbnail made my stomach drop. The gym bathroom, taken from outside the door. It was me, filmed through the crack in the doorframe, desperately holding my wrinkled suit up to the shower steam. The angle was deliberate, chosen to make me look as pathetic as possible. And there he was in the video, narrating the whole thing. Social experiment, how gullible are homeless people? Gave this car guy a suit from Goodwill and told him it was dry cleaned. 800 likes. And I'll tell him the truth. It had 15,000 likes. I scrolled through the comments, each one a small violence. People laughing, making bets about whether I'd gotten the job, calling me pathetic for believing him. The views kept climbing while I sat there, frozen. 20,000, 30,000, each view another person laughing at the moment I'd felt most vulnerable. I never went back to that gym. Couldn't stomach the thought of walking past him, of seeing myself through his eyes. Content, not a person. When the insurance company called 3 days later to schedule a second interview, I almost didn't go. But I wore that Goodwill suit anyway, because it was still the only one I had, and walked in knowing that half the city had watched me at my lowest point. 2 weeks later, they offered me the job, and I realized the cruelest part wasn't the video or the lies, or even the thousands of people laughing. It was that I'd have to feel grateful to him every single day I wore a suit to work. The pressed creases still looked perfect.